quite an attractive young woman who was slightly coloured, a lighter shade of power, shall we say, was actually a baker, nice red hair, and so she was quite attractive. I hope she was probably 15, I guess now. But she was one of these Christian psychopaths. She said, well they want to get rid of me, pack away somewhere. Not a good idea. And we don't want them. We don't want them. It seems the Roman Council was taken over by Christian evangelists, evangelical Christians, you know. And I've got a food stamp, which I don't need because I've got some food. But it says you have to go to a Pentecostal church to cash it. That's two addresses, a food bank, and that's what it is. So it's Elim Church and a Pentecostal church somewhere, which is it's one of those tiny churches, nutty place where I would have been, of course. But so it's taken over by nutters, really. So we don't want to, and it's dangerous. These people are dangerous, and they're murdering quite a lot of people. You know, the Christians are murdering more people than the Muslims. I understand. I've seen every time now you'll see an ambulance going, and so many of them. I know that some of them are ambulances, but there are people who've been collected from home by police and shot and taken into the ambulance. It's actually Muslims being murdered, and so the Christians are very good at killing people, and well, it's very good. Well, being a Muslim is illegal in this country anyway, so just killing people, and so that's how it is. That's Britain for you. They're murdering people, and they were after Muslims who were given an ultimatum to leave the country, and didn't go, and that's it. Anyway, but I don't care. But I don't want to get involved with it. I want to be into it. I don't want to go to these gas chambers, terrible places, these death camps. Some people go in there for a while and they give them injections and poisons. It's a terrible place. So I do want to be independent and right. It might be better for the old people to some in France, you know, terrible place. And it's awful, really. It really is awful. The place is an awful place. It really is. It's got to down the pan, and I think they're tuning up for a war. Well, I don't know, but they appear to be tuning up for a war, probably against everybody else in the planet. You know, if Britain's like that, and they deluded themselves. I think they wrote over the world, and they could do so, could take over, which is dangerous, and really nobody wants them. So, but British have a civilization based on the front of the bottom, slavery and training, and that's what it is. So the people who do the work are stupid and politically controlled, and that's what it is. It's really awful. The place is awful. It's hell. It's hell. So don't come here. I'm trapped here, and I've been here since I was shot down after I was born in 1923, and they called me something else, but that's the problem. And it's a vicious place. And it appears one of my former friends has turned against me. He's actually planned this for a long time. If he worked at it a long time, he's a mental case. Very clever man, but he was he pretended he was stupid and all sorts of things. He pretend very good actor. He did it to get people in. That's what Freemasons do. They train them to behave like that. They train them and pretend to be blind and stuff like that. Very vicious man. And he gets on with people. He doesn't like socialists, you know. Doesn't like them. He thinks we should fight one another. They think fighting cocks are better cock. It's not true. People who cooperate are much better off. But unfortunately, these psychopaths who run Britain are actually a lot of them don't just. It's awful. They're really awful people. And the Freemasons, which they are, very call themselves Freemasons or Knights Templars, have safe houses around the country, and their lodges, and they have good food, so very nice place, and luxury life, but they're criminals, and they have different techniques now, of course, moved into the 21st century, but and they want to destroy it, and they'll have it, but we won't, and I don't really think about it. It's too strong for me, but that's the more like people. And it's support Christianity, but it's not their religion. It's a nutty religion they have. They all die just the same. It goes back thousands of years, and they've been there a long time. And I'm sure they did result in peace and so on, but at a price. settlements, and if you paid a fee to no one, you survive. But that's what it is. No one's a murderer, especially, and they live by killing and murdering, and extortion, and death. And they want to get rid of me. No one tries to get an old people's son to get rid of me. That's what he is. To start it, and he's a clever man, and people support him. Unfortunately, and this other psychopath, Kim Brown, acted. He was the one who went to court and took the risk because he cost a lot of money. He must be funded by somebody, and he gets the money back by suing people. It's called malicious prosecution. A businessman. Unfortunately, he's won, but he's in the wrong. And there's a place in the hellhole. Britain hellhole really is, and the Christians, the devil incarnate, really, and they're deluded, they're mad, and I really don't understand it. I really fail to understand their motives or all their methods. Perhaps I'm not clever enough, but I don't think like that. They think how I can get people, That's what they think. How I can get money, how I can power over people. It's an illusion. It's awful people. It's a mutant gene which is very efficient. You can't live without us, mind you, but we don't need them. Unfortunately, we're not able to get rid of them. Actually, it's a horrible place, and I think that when I leave this house, this afternoon sometime, whatever time it is, it's now about 12 o'clock. So I've got some 12 o'clock food here, and I'm not. They won't let them stop my income yet, but I'm going to. They're trying to. It's not about where it is. I have a private income which I purchased, and they should be touched that. They wouldn't they be used. And they say I look, well, I don't know, they say I look young, but I don't know where I am. I've got white hair. That's the poison they use. And I really don't know exactly what they think, but if I was born in 1923, which is unlike, I was actually existing here right away back to the 19th century, or so, and I was present with them, not as a person when I was here. And they're deluded people, and if you've heard of a flying saucer, well, that's what it was, and it's still here. And they talk about Marco the Moon being deluded as well. In fact, it's actually on a German base on the Moon, and they have rejuvenation treatment for people to go there, and they can't fix missing the tongue. I mean, they can only limited what they can do, but and of course they're having so much advanced technology, and basically. The British, these people in this country are nutters, and it's all for because they go around and killing people. They're highly technical, British. The machines have a very advanced, and probably more advanced than Americans have got. And that's what it is. Well, they don't reward you for your work, just throw it out. You didn't get in after the Queen, she throws you out. Whatever it is. Not actually the Queen. Yeah, I've created after a concept, but really, like a book. Well, I've had it totally defeated, thrown out, and all it was a quiet life, basically. This machine is a reconstruction as that which involves invention, because so far I'm not going to work. I did give work for a while, but I don't really know what's going on, but we don't want Christians. We want Christians to be disgraced. It's all rubbish. People believe they're immortal, which is nice, but people aren't. And that's the end of it. And sentenced to death or something. I don't know what it is. But the various crimes they started with have been disproved, I think. Forensic tests show that. And the blood type, always a blood group test, and I don't match any of the blood groups. Partly because I have alien blood anyway, but partly it's a blood group that's rare. And the first it was most people, I'm not, something else. And I don't know, they're horrible people, and they're just horrible. Christians are horrible people, and they're deluded, Their concept of civilization is the best of the Roman Empire, and so is the Anglican Church as well. And that was quite a successful empire, and it was based on technology. It was, and the religion had actually destroyed it, and they had lots of religion on them. But they don't know the history of Rome. They just read the Bible. It's in the Bible, quite a lot of the Bible actually. You should read the history, early history, where they have the development of wheat and it's in there. And the fact that they use run wheat to make bread, way of making bread. And then there's later on you read about the corns that were developed, and then so one king just tries to find how many corns there were, and so that's a tool from corn, which is a stuff which you wrap of course to make wheat bread. The next stage was a windmill driving the corn, and that was much later. And Nebuchadnezzar had these wind powered machines, and it was water towers, but the Jews didn't like them. The Jews don't up the road, not very far away from Nebuchadnezzar. The road wasn't very far away from Ur-Shandis, where it came from, and they descended on them and smashed it all up. He said no spirit in it, that's what it says. That's Chronicles, that's the Bible called Chronicles. It's also an ancient Babylonian text on a stone. It's in cuneiform, that's what it says. It's very interesting. Really, the cuneiform is very interesting. That's right. It's got pictures as well. And the story, when they built the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which the Christians I think, it says they were all destroyed. But they had this thing, and they had to get water up to the top to form the pools where these people would swim in, and lotus frogs, and there's a women's river, and making women's river. And the point is, they had to get the water up, so bucket brigades, and every now and then somebody would fall off and kill himself, fall on his head, it says, with his bucket. Well, we can't have that, it says. And there's pictures there, the stone, this was happening. And they said, well, they use the water of the Babylon. Well, the word Babylon comes from bubbling, the babbling brook that goes past, it babbles as it went past. It's where Babylon, that's where it comes from. And the water of the Babylon, it's the bubbling brook, actually. And they used water mill, that's water mill, for the salt, that worked, which pumped the water up to the top. And it was much better. Everyone was pleased. That's what it says. There's these various shelves where people were swimming, I'll show you words. But the water was cascading down, and it was very nice. And it's cool and nice in the desert. But the duty, these people from these criminals from now they didn't like it. And well, in the Bible, they didn't like it. This is right. He did not remember, and he did everything he could to get rid of these Jews. It's there. It's very good. The Bible is a very good book to read if you get the right version. The version the Christians say is nothing like what I read. I had the original version of the English Bible, which goes into it, and it's the history of development of technology, everything, right back probably pre-8,000 years ago. And the flood is there, and the pre-flood civilization was more sophisticated. The flood destroyed it. Now, they said God did the source, but it's actually nothing but glaciers is what it was. But, so a lot of the Bible is actually quite accurate. The dating is wrong. Dating is often wrong. They do it by lineage, which is the only way to do it then. But the events can be seen geologically, but they weren't interpreted differently. The Exodus from Egypt actually took place at a time when the Minoan civilization exploded, and the actual burning tower was actually out at sea, where there wasn't a sea or something, and there was actually the burning of the volcano, and the waters from the explosion hit the area, and of course the floods. They're walking across what's called it's actually the word. It actually says the Red Sea in some Bibles. Actually, it's the Reed Sea, really. It's the Reed Sea, and Sea of Reeds, and they were to walk across. That's the point. And when these waves came, these chariots were over the world, which is actually the truth. And then the Bible all mixes it all up. They've got these walls of water, all rubbish. It's all rubbish, because all was wind and sun. And they've got across by pushing the ground to how hard it was. That's where the staff comes from. That's what they did. And they probably went through a few at a time, because it was a difficult way out. And the soldiers with heavy armour and stuff could not go through. That's the point. They go to the mud. When the floods came around. But of course, Moses did not know about this explosion until he got there. And well, that's it. And it's 900 years when he did. But so he actually, if you read it, probably it's about 80 years. Not really 80. Time you can read the account. It's quite accurate. He died about 80, and he's lived to see the Promised Land, which was at that time. Because it wasn't quite such a desert. It's further north than not far, and That's what it is. It's very interesting. This history is interesting. But the history in other places, so the Indus Valley, which was at the same time the flood, is recorded in the Indus Valley as well. So there's civilizations over there, and civilizations in other parts of the world too. There were different races, but they're basically human beings. And that's the difference. The tribes, the early tribes did divide, you see, and so people in different places came out different. Divided because they adapted to the situation, but actually, you know, they evolved differently. And I won't go into this too much, but you know, people like the Aborigines are actually not quite the same species as human beings, and the Africans are a different group. They go, and we're actually the people, us lot, we're white Africans, you know. The Africans tribes are all different, and they migrated, and several migrations took place all over the place. Interesting. To go for it all. And the white man's first report of the Caucasus Mountains, or Caucasoid, somebody from the Caucasus Mountains. That's what it means. Nothing. But the Africans were just as clever as us, and they did have technology, you know. But I really don't know where the technology came from. We just invented it. Do it all the time. And they would destroy it all. And the Romans had quite good technology. They had signaling systems that went across the empire in a few minutes, actually. Really read it properly. It's not radios. It was light, and they had these great flappers that went up and down. They could see it from a pole track, hilltop to hilltop, and it went across the night time. It's beacons, but it went across Rome in minutes. So that's the difference. And so they had the edge of the barbarians because they could see them coming and bring troops up. It took a long time for Roman to get there. Walked. And interesting. But, they know what they want to get rid of me. And they teach something different. They just charm things. They don't know what they're doing. And they always chop my brain out, basically, turn it into a phenomenal people, which is not very nice. And they sound not old enough for a lot of people to say, I'm all right, I'll be young then. But I still retain my age because I can be young enough to be outside, but beyond the law has to change. The actual legislation of the government set up, which is based on the Bible, actually, has to change. It should depend on what person's age, physical age. It's not their actual temporal age, you know. And it is. I've been around a long time. We came several times. We come several times. The last 2,000 years, or more than that. And we just look after you. We look at you. We don't care about you. We just see you. That's all. And and we're interested in the development of technology and how difficult it is. And you seem to be destroying it again. You're building it up and destroying it. If you watch people do it, they build things up, knock them down again all the time. Do it all the time. Build it up, knock it down, build it up. And that's what I do. And it's interesting what Israel and Palestine. Every now and again, knock something down, they build up again, knock it down again. That's sort of nutty. That's pretty much nutty. And you have great civilization, you fight each other. You know, you can't stop. And you know, what does it matter? So the Christians, of course, got something going over here, and it's if you know, they go talking about going to their church, it's dangerous, you know. They're lunatics, cut their head off. So it's dangerous. Dangerous to go to church, very dangerous. And I think the person was murdered without any handcuffs or anything like that. You know, it was slowly just trained up and got through it quickly, and that's how it's done very easily. And you can get people to take poison like that. And in England, that's how beheading is done. The person will put themselves on the block. And it's around. And I've seen beheading in outside the northern coast of the tower. They do it out there. And they do it to just anybody really. You can come and try beheading, you know. But I feel that's what happens. It's pretty bad. And a demon, so whoever do it is a demon. And they should have got me. Anyway, I think there's a paper report that I was beheaded a couple of days ago. Something like that. So they really got one person. What happened? But it's a nasty world. And they want to throw me out and put me in this place around the corner, which I don't want to go to. It's an awful place. I did overlook, but it's a dreadful place. And so I'd rather be an independent flat than Park House. People would come and obviously, you know, I don't need much help. I don't, there's no reason to clean. I do clean up, so again. So I do keep them clean. There's no fun job to do really. The people people see my stuff and they don't understand. It's always been the case. Ever since I was a child, I designed something I don't understand. Technology cannot advance until there's something naughty that's advanced. It goes in stages. One thing, well, you get to some stage that requires previous stage, and so it goes on. You see that all the time, and if you start jumps to go into something at the top, it really will kind of skills aren't there, and the machines aren't there. So a long time. Cameras, if you want a history of cameras, they've gone a long way. One of the history was just about 1890, was it? So it's not very long. It's now it's just over 100 years or so. And we don't know the future. We're probably three-dimensional photography. We've got that already. And I've seen the cameras which use it for a system. Well, it's the future, and they decided to kill them before the Great Destruction. Well, and of course, old people don't say not a place to be because you sit around, so I'll give you a lethal injection for every place. I'd rather be independent. I don't want to be with old people. I'd rather be young people. And I did have a wife called Edith, she's much younger than me, and she's I'm told they were attacking the brain out. And well, she said she did have a brain tumor, or maybe she did, but I took her brain out as well. So that's what they do with the brain tumor, take the brain out. So. The brain tumor was the brain. And she was quite happy at first, now she just sits around. So they think that's an improvement. But anyway, this food voucher, I will keep it. I can only use it for 3 days, it's only valid for 3 days. And there's sort of 2 places I can get it, both the same place, which is a place somewhere in Wimbledon, and it's called the Elim Pentecostal Church. Okay, also known as the Hope Centre. There's Christian nice smiling faces, they actually, if you think of their smile, it's actually teeth. They eat you. There's a gullible man that's taking his money. That's what's going on, really. Christians want your money, obviously. And they're quite nice Muslims, will be murdered. So, and they say we're so religious, they're worse. Well, I don't do things like that. My sister still. But the Christians are worse, just as bad as us, especially. So, worse than us. Because they get away with it. Because it's really, they say we're a Christian country. Well, what does that mean? Well, in this country, beheading is the normal way of execution. So, ISIS is not going to patch us. Sharpen the axe. But we're going to exercise that. It's all nonsense, I think. But, because unless you're on the axe, there's action going on, get away from the axe. If you hit the axe, it's awful. It's awful. The West is worse than some everywhere. So China and so on, people are so, but not that so. And it appears some of the defective gene that makes them cruel and kills rather than person, unfortunately. He's a clever man, but he's actually cruel, and he's got that cruel streak, which is a deficiency. There's no people don't have it. And as I say, he's beaten me. He'll probably throw me out in the street next and let me beg for money. So I'm trying to be self-employed, which is not does not mean running your own business. Well, that's double talk, because it means you have a business to run. Doesn't it? Running a business is not the same as having a business. You have a business or a business, we're not running one. Running a business is not a business. If you're lucky, the manager, and the manager's solid. So I've got a manager. I just do it, and that's important. And basically, people don't like me. People spontaneously attack me with this class on this, which are put there part of that reason, and to stop me getting married and so on, but all the reasons. But they're afraid of. They're afraid of this being passed on. And my culture, the culture is passed on the same as other forms of inheritance. And they don't want this because the people's money depends on their religion. And people believe in their religion, that's what it is. It's all money, really. It's income. And they all die. And the priests know there's no future, there's nothing. And they die, and there must be hell for a priest. And they probably die quietly after taking a tablet, so it doesn't show. And some priests go, I saw one priest commit suicide. I think he was told to commit suicide because he revealed the fact that he's all rubbish. And that's the reason I break about that vow of silence, which is to say, which is what the fact you die and it's all rubbish. Which I teach it's all rubbish. If you break that vow, then you have to commit suicide. They will get a letter, commit suicide. They do. That's what it is. The priests train like that. And very, very nasty people. And man is the most cruel, horrible animal there is, especially. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8 hours. And, well, I really ought to go out and catch the bus, which is a joke. Well, I'll go on.